Hi guys, Puddin here with a game in my Bismarck. And as you can see here, I think this is a fairly good mix of ships. Nobody really has an advantage or a disadvantage. But I had noticed that the guys at A had spawned a little bit tighter, and I think this is usually how they do spawn, but I kind of asked if everybody wanted to do A and B instead of B and C. Because I did notice that the DD that is on A side is our Fubuki, and it's just the Kiev on this side, so you know, it would be a little bit of a fight for it. But as you know, it seems like the team is going, you know, for A and B. I'm lining up my ship to use the islands that are in between A and B. In between A and B to help protect the one side of my ship and use those islands to, you know, offer me cover from the guys from A in case the enemy team goes heavily to A. Or if the enemy team goes heavy to B, I can quickly just turn around and get behind an island. Excuse me. Sorry about that. But as you can see, nobody except for the Kiev is going for B. Now, maybe somebody dealt with the way I was trying to position that I would not be going to support A. At this point, I did notice that there was one cruiser that was still in the area, and you know, there's a saying that I keep telling Sneaky and Spider from our Battlefield days: if you don't do it, nobody will. So I'm like, I'll stay over here, and I will give this destroyer whatever support that I could possibly give to him. Now, for whatever reason, our Iowa was the other battleship that spawned on our time, took the long way to A. So his guns really aren't going to be in any situation to give anybody support at B. Both the cruisers are now, for the most part, dedicated to the A side, and as our last cruiser on this side is still in the area, but you know, these ships are too far for him to offer any support. And at this point, I'm really like wanting to go to A because I don't want to be the only guy over here, but you know, I just feel like this guy needs somebody. He needs somebody else over here, you know, just in case you know, an enemy cruiser repairs and the enemy DD, and they start tearing them up. There's nobody there to. There's nobody else there for them to shoot at or to discourage them to ruin this guy's day. Now, I held my shot here because at this point I've got to get to A side. The DD's leaving, and I cannot hold A myself. But at this point, I was afraid that the Colorado would actually have spotted me. I kind of misjudged that myself. I thought, I didn't realize he was more behind the island than he was. I was kind of looking at the minimap, judging things. So I take some unnecessary damage here. But you know, hindsight is always 20/20. I'm gonna take some shots at Atlanta because he's gonna be going sideways, and either that Iowa or North Carolina got some really nice shots. I'm very limited on my turns. I'm pretty much offering this Colorado the side of my ship, which is the last thing I wanted to do, but due to where I positioned myself, you know, it's clearly my fault. Now, I am targeting the Atlanta over the Colorado because I still feel extremely strong that battleships take care of cruisers first. And as you can see, I believe that one mistake for me shooting when I shouldn't have has cost me a lot of my health at this point. You know, I've already had a, you know, I'm burning my, I believe, first damage repair. I'm gonna take a shot at the turrets because I was able to get all of the guns on the bear, and I believe the Colorado was showing me the stern of his ship. I believe is the correct term. Not 100% sure. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But now at this point, this guy's beach, he's backing up, and it's going to be a very juicy target because it's going to have to back up the turns. So to get out of the situation he put himself in, put my shots down range, and boom, finish him off for the last 3,000. Now, when I said to the team A and B, I didn't mean for everybody to go to A and completely ignore B. But I'm not just going to sit on B side and just die and then sit and chat and bitch about a bunch of noobs and retards playing this game. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Sometimes my mouth doesn't have a filter. But still going to do everything I can to support any possible push out to be. Spoiler. You're going to have to guess on who initiates that push. But I noticed at this point the enemy Mogami here is trying to kind of come up around behind us. So I don't want this guy to have free reign over the southern side of this here. So I'm gonna try to go meet this guy and discourage any sort of push he may put onto this side and hopefully get this guy dead and then make a big push into B. As you can see, the enemy Fubuki was the gentleman that was they probably capped C over there. Another enemy cruiser, the Atlanta's over there. Obviously we know the NC and Iowa are over there. Take my shot at him, and yes,
penetration.
I got a much needed penetration on the cruiser to hopefully discourage this guy from wanting to come over. Now, I popped my hydro here because I know the Mogami has 10-kilometer torps. I didn't want any sort of warning. I believe my Bismarck captain is at 18, and yes, another Citadel. So I am spec'd full secondary build. Probably should have said that earlier. So anytime you see my secondary shooting, I am actually selecting them. Now I actually love getting close to Mogamis and burning those guys down with my secondaries, because it just seems that all these guys do is fire HE. They never switch to AP when they should, and it just feels like almost every shot this guy's putting on me is nothing but a fire. But as you can see, because we did hold B for a while, we do have, I believe, A ship advantage. We are still winning this, but if we don't move out of A, if we don't move out of A very soon, we are going to lose this because they're just going to keep getting more points due to more caps. Or the second thing is, we really need to start killing ships really, really fast, and we needed to do it almost right now to push them out of B to maybe get somebody on there to deal with it. Notice the NC here is not going full steam. Aimbike shots for his guns right underneath his guns. All I get is all I get is 2 bounce because I do believe that guy turned. Now I am completely aware that there was an Atlanta on that side behind that island. I at this point completely forgot that there was a destroyer over there. But what I'm trying to do is use this island in front of me to mask my approach to get within my secondary's range on the smoke on me and make this guy's life a living hell. And the other thing is, the closer I can get with these guns, the better these guns perform. These are not long-range guns. Long range for these things is maybe 13-ish kilometers is what I would consider long range. And there's the dastardly Fubuki that I completely forgot about. I have no choice but to make this turn and turn away. Got my secondaries going down on them. Gonna shoot them with my primaries. I need to just do damage. Sorry guys, but I don't have time to wait for my rear guns to really settle, or my front guns to turn to settle down on them. I've got to make the turn to keep going. Keeping the secondaries on the Fubuki because he's more of a threat right now than either the Atlanta or the battleship here. I'm just going to shoot the North Cal with my front guns, but luckily our friendly Kiev managed to get off his torps before he died. Now, I am completely aware that the Atlanta is probably just as big of a threat as the Fubuki, but a little bit more because I don't know if his torps are launched, which is why I popped my Hydra. Luckily, my secondaries get rid of the enemy destroyer. And like I said, now we are actually down ships. We are losing this. We don't have B, and the only one who is remotely close to B is myself and one other battleship. The Iowa is the guy all the way up north, as we managed to finish off the Atlanta. The Iowa is the gentleman all the way up north. Our North Carolina here just died from flooding, so now I'm the only one who's close to B. Our remaining North Carolina is the gentleman all the way down at J3, while our Iowa, for whatever reason, is at A3. It seems that these guys are allergic to going anywhere near the floor line. Yes! Yes! Citadel, goodbye Mogami. Screw you and all your damn fires. I cut my speed because I know the Tirpitz has torps. And I was afraid that it did launch them, and luckily, with my hydro up, you can see the torps, but now I can see that this guy is coming at me, which makes me suspect he's gonna try to drop his other side. Gotta make this turn. I have to run for it. There's no other way around it. But as you can see, the scores are still relatively close. We hold a 1-ship lead. Both Iowas up top are approximately the same health. Ours is hurting a little bit more, but I mean, as you can see, this Tirpitz had more health than me, and I'm actually, you know, I've pulled the health pool down a little bit to equal, I've got fires on them. My guns are reloaded. And what I'm trying to do is, I was actually aiming at a superstructure, hoping to nail the torpedo tubes and knock them out. I should have probably aimed for the guns, but I was more worried about his torpedo tubes that...
Enemy battleship destroyed.
Sorry guys, that he never launched. There goes the enemy torpedoes as our Iowa dies. 5 kills, a Kraken unleash, 3 citadels. We've got 1 close quarters. But we've lost our Iowa.
Solved, sir.
I'm out of heals, and our friendly North Carolina still has substantial health, and the team is screaming that we have to stick together.
Fighter airborne.
Wrong. We don't have time, as I get nailed by lag, and at this point I'm like, crap, I'm gonna spot this Iowa when lag hits and I'm dead, and then the Iowa is gonna pop up. This whole end of the match was nothing but horrendous lag for me, and really puckered up my butt on when this Iowa was eventually going to spot me. If this guy was running concealment, because I am not. But, you know, the team saying we have to stay together, we don't. There's 3 minutes left in this game. We have 200 points to make up. We have to get to these caps. You know, there's no time to stick together. I don't have the health to fight an Iowa that's even got a quarter of his health. You know, the only way I could succeed in that battle is to ambush him, but there's nothing here. I don't have the time to set up an ambush. You know, I just have to go for it. I have to cap these things. This guy's gonna know where I'm at because I'm capping. I know he was last spotted up at around A5-ish, I believe. So I know he's coming down here. And I suspect this guy is thinking that I'm going to be going to sea. Yes, for whatever reason, I don't know if you've noticed that, our North Carolina takes a blind shot into sea. I don't think this guy in our NC is exactly the sharpest knife in the drawer. Now, I would have loved to go on around the other side of this island at sea, but I really couldn't afford to cut my speed. As I spot the Iowa before he spots me, I highly doubt it was North Carolina. But, you know, there's a minute 40 left. You know, for the most part, both of us have 3 shots. But, you know, as far as time-wise, we have 3 shots. But as far as the ticks go, you know, it's really going to come down to 1 or 2. I need that stupid miracle detonation here. And I need all of these to completely miss their bounds. Now, I did stop turning a little bit from full to half just to try to get my front guns into play here. Not going to get the cap. We are going to lose this. Wasn't able to bring it home. But at this point, guys, we are now going to just take a look at the post-battle results. 147,000 damage, fireproof, close quarters, dreadnought, Kraken unleash, due to number 1 on the team, due to the 5 ships I sent to the bottom of the sea. And as you can see here, guys, I did just as good as their second place guy, and I lost. Made a really good profit, especially for being a loss. As you can see here, it's 92,000 from my main batteries, 22 from the secondaries, 31 from the fires, potential damage of 2.2 million. want to say I think I did my job there. Wasn't able to help bring a win for these guys, but you know, we don't win them all, and it's some of the reason I showed this is we don't win them all, and don't have to win them all to get good, nice, solid results still. Just want to say thank you guys for all the support that you guys give us. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Keep those replays coming in, and I hope you guys all have one heck of a great day.